everybody was just like down to clown. The audience was.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Jana Schmieding.
I'm Brian Bahe.
And we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of our respective couches.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in free soloing.
And lint roller, best lint rollers. If you're a frequent listener and want even more of us in your life, consider becoming an official Wise Ass member by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. We do 10 minutes or so after each episode with our guest or just extra content, and then you get an extra episode every month. It's great. We have a special guest today. So excited. You have seen her on stage around the world, around the nation.
HBO.
She's HBO. You have truly seen her on the scene. I mean, since I have been in comedy, been following her work. Please welcome Marcella Arguello.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, the way we have scheduled
We
Marcella.
don't need to talk about this.
Wow.
We don't need to start with this shit.
Immediately.
Okay?
No, but I feel like it's just been such a long time coming.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We've tried and we tried and we tried. We're all busy. God bless. We're all so busy.
It's
a
true.
blessing.
It is a blessing.
It's a blessing. Thank you so much.
That's honestly what
It's a
showbiz
blessing.
is, though, is just like scheduling.
Yeah.
It's
really.
it's 90% administrative assistant.
Yeah. The tenacity of administrative assistant.
Yeah.
I will say, like, sometimes I feel like having like a rep is sort of like having a scheduler.
Absolutely.
I mean, sometimes those reps, though, for me personally,
Here we go.
I'm lucky if I hear back from them.
Can't relate, Brian.
Your own?
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, can't relate. Wait, your own
If
rep?
I had to get something scheduled by within a week, there's no way I would be able to hear back from them.
Within
And
a
I'm
week.
just kidding.
Damn.
And I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But
I
not
don't know.
really.
I think we gotta cut this one out.
But not really.
Well, listen, sometimes I guess, with reps, they're scheduling usually they're like scheduling with other groups or whatever.
I think it would need to be like Charlize Theron to feel comfortable being like, hey, I need this thing by next Wednesday. Can you get it done?
I do think that Charlize probably has a team that is like really kind of like, she probably has her own production company. I mean, she's running her own company. So she has a bunch of reps that are like working for her.
Yeah. She has a person telling someone else to schedule something. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless if any of us ever get to Charlize levels of celebrity.
It feels like terrifying. I wouldn't want that.
I
That feels
agree.
awful.
I actually don't think that like celebs we don't really have celebs like that anymore. Like our media
Zendaya is like the latest that is like growing
Yeah.
into that space. But yeah, I mean, and she's really smart about keeping herself hidden and private and stuff.
Yeah, and
She's
she's
so
also
good at
like
it.
in her 30s or late 20s now. Like she's like legit like
A woman.
an adult. Yeah, like an adult woman. And I just think about like I feel like our media culture is such that the celebrity culture just like is no longer, because we
Which is
do have
great.
like TikTok stars and shit now. I know.
I think it's great because also, I mean, I grew up on like VH1 Behind the Music, True
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood Story.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff that like exposed just how terrible and exploited all these celebs were. That like, why would you covet that if you know like you're going to be exploited, especially as a woman, and you get like double exploited. So I just
Oh my
never
God.
coveted it. I thought it was crazy, and I think it's insane. But good for you, Brian. You want to be like Charlize Theron, you know?
I think everybody ultimately craves to know something about somebody. like a stranger almost. Like they have like a fixation of like wanting to know details about this person. And that's why TikTok has taken off, because like people are willing to share these like deep personal, or not even deep, but just like very personal things. And that's all
It's
people want to know.
it's such a sweet way to say people are nosy fuckers. 'Cause
Yes.
it is. They're
Yeah.
just messy and nosy, and
is,
that's all it
yeah.
is. That's what it boils down to. They're
It is.
Absolutely.
We are such a nosy, like I do think that like no, like the way that the paps rule in the UK, and like I think about like the Kardashians, let's say. The Kardashians like have their own little like media empire that like has followed them since they were young women. And I'm like, the Kardashians are our monarchy almost, because I do feel like the British monarchy is sort of just like a reality. They're like reality stars at this point. Like there's no, they don't serve a political purpose necessarily. They are just there to be looked at and to be written about, and they're just there for drama. They're kind of there just for the tea.
Sure.
That's how
Yeah.
they exist. And I feel like that is also like how the Kardashians exist. We know their entire family. We know the kids. We know the kids of the kids. We know, we know the baby mamas, the baby daddies. We know everybody in the whole realm. And they're not contributing anything to the culture except for
Scams.
Scams. Yeah, I also feel like the two things those two groups have in common is it's information that we know against our will. I don't need to know all this shit about. I don't care about the Kardashians, and yet
couldn't give a single fuck.
Yeah, they're always in the news. It's always something. It's too much.
It is too much. I do feel like the monarchy has some very dark, gross secrets that I kind of do want to know. But I just want to know that about our politicians. I don't care about the Kardashians.
Right.
I want to know our political leaders. I want to know their deep, dark, juicy secrets.
I do have a theory that the Kardashians have a surgical, like a cosmetic surgery doctor locked in their basement, and that he's being held against his will, and he does. That's their deep dark secret. That's my theory.
Ooh. Held against his will, or given his own
Paid
basement
handsomely.
condo.
I mean, men will do anything if you pay them. That's what we've learned.
Truly.
Yeah.
Bri, you're in Atlanta. How is it going with the shows?
I mean, last night was the only one, and it was incredible.
It was incredible.
Fun.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I mean, well, it was only 8 minutes, so like, but
what was the show?
Where was it? It was at Laughing Skull.
I mean, but what was it? It was only.
It was kind of just like a showcase. Like it was just like a
Oh.
bunch of comedians.
How
Everybody did 8
fun.
minutes. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's been a whirlwind. I've been here 27 hours. Slept for 11 last night.
What did you eat?
Nothing.
What?
Chicken.
Okay.
Oh my God. Don't tell me you boiled chicken for yourself in your hotel room.
I got pre-made, pre-cooked. Listen, I've been on the road. I've been traveling a lot.
Is this an eating disorder or poverty or what's the
No, not poverty.
eating disorder? What is it?
It's one of those things where it's like I just like eating out. I hate it, and it's so expensive. And I'm just like, I'm learning to just like eat, like buy from a grocery store like what I need for like 2 or 3 days, and then just eat that. And it's
like,
kind of beautiful.
Because it sounds like it's not good.
It's not great, you know.
I do think that Brian
but it
sort
gets
of
the
it's
job
giving
done.
college man. It's like
Mm.
giving college man who's like also slight. I don't think it's an eating disorder, Brian, and I'm not going to diagnose you as
I
an
will say
official doctor.
It's leaning diet. It's like definitely diet.
It's leaning. Yes, I think you're eating like chicken and broccoli. Like you're eating like
Yeah.
a protein
What you
and
need.
something green, but you're not seasoning it. You're not like putting any, you're not eating for joy. Brian has literally said to me, which is eating disorder behavior, food is fuel for me.
Listen, I do enjoy a good meal, but I'm like, I don't need that
Yeah.
every moment of every life, because I'm like, I'm just like I'm constantly just like running late for something.
Oh, why though? You're not even cooking. I don't understand.
Why the
Somehow I
like
managed to do it. Somehow I managed to do it.
I learned recently my mom said something that stunned me. It changed the way I look at a lot of stuff of my past, but she said, I hate cooking and I hate eating. Like she is so like, I just want to eat what I need. It's exhausting, which, you know, she had 4 kids. She was young.
Literally.
Listen, if
She's a-
if that were my life, I would feel the same way.
Exactly.
I relate to that 100% because being in a kitchen for me and just like having to just like do anything that is like borderline food preparation, I just like truly dislike it so much.
Interesting. I think it's really interesting because I never thought I don't feel that way. I like being in the kitchen and I like eating.
Same.
So I'm just like I don't understand it, but I do understand it in the sense of like if you talk about communities, like we're all supposed to be living together, and like there is supposed to be the person cooking who loves it and wants to do it, and then there's the people that are going to appreciate it, and then there's people that are going to be like, I just want the bare minimum, which is fine because there's always that meal. But it's really interesting when you think about like everyone's individual perspective on food or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, we're all supposed to be working together and living together and feeding each other in different ways. So
I mean, I would
and
love to
taking
be
care
fed.
of each other's kids so that
Exactly.
the cooking isn't so much of a task.
Exactly. Because that's the thing. There's the people that love being with the kids, not the Epstein level, but you know what I mean? Like there's always people that want to take care of the kids because they love children.
And I am one of those people. I'm an auntie through and through. I love hanging out with the people's kids. It's like I want to hang out with my friends, but if they have kids, I'm like, can you please bring the kids? Like,
absolutely, that's how I am too. Yeah, and us type of friends were very important for that village shit too.
oh,
like a lot of people don't like that shit.
It is my sacred role as an indigenous auntie. I feel like it's also like an honored role, a valuable role in our communities.
Yeah. Brian also hates kids, hates eating. What else?
Oh, Brian hates he hates animals, he hates pets, he hates kids. He fucking the only thing he likes is gay sex.
No, my role is guy in the watchtower who's keeping lookout.
Not just that. You know, when you're like 75, you're going to be the people everybody wants to hang out with.
Yeah, because I'm like, let me tell you something really quick. And it's about like the time
Great
that I like
story. You were gay as fuck. You were in
like,
Atlanta. Yeah, exactly. Like that's important.
Watchtower.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's watchtower now because he's being grimy at night, so he stays up at the watchtower.
It's like I'm in the watchtower, but nobody really knows where I am.
You're basically the daytime watchtower, which nobody needs. So and then at night you're actually creating stories so that later in life, I think now you're a storyteller. That's your sacred role. You're I think stand-ups are storytellers. I mean, they're the culture bearers, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. Brian, you're going to be a fun hang at 75, that's for sure.
I can't wait.
Right now, you're an unreliable hang. We know that.
We know that.
This is the most unreliable I've ever been. This is when I realized that I unreliabled too hard. I was meeting 2 friends at one of their pools. I was like, all right, we set a time. I was like, all right, cool. I'm actually at the time I was supposed to arrive. I was like, I'm actually gonna leave my place at this time, and then I did not follow up with any text, and I just did not show up.
Yeah. That sounds like you. I don't know you that well, and that sounds exactly like you.
I know, it's totally giving.
I knew it was okay because there was a second person, like they were together. Like if it was just me, I would have gone.
There's such a gay man mentality of like, it's fine. Nobody's gonna be worried about me burning.
I'm not responsible to anyone.
Yeah, that's so gay and male.
It truly is. Brian, you know what I love about what we have going on right now on my screen is that there's 2 like, nicely centered, same level of 2 women. And then we got a tiny Bri over in the corner. He's like so far away.
I'm gonna go over.
You're just like, it looks like you're a miniature Brian.
I'm waiting for him to breathe heavy into the mic.
I know. This podcast we co-host is such a problem for him.
Yeah. What's going on? What are the dynamics here? And once again, gay and male. Just fucking askew.
That's the dynamic.
That's Brian.
Oh
The
shit!
fuck?
I love roast and brie.
He loves it too.
Yeah.
Yes. So the show, yeah. So the show went well last night. And was there any after hang? Was there any hanging with Atlanta locals?
Absolutely
just go
not. I hung
grab
in the
your
green
grilled
room for a
chicken?
little bit before and after, and then, but as we had mentioned earlier, my flight left LA midnight, arrived here 4:30 a.m. LA
Wow.
time, which was like 7:30 Atlanta time, and truly just off to the races. Like
What does that
family.
mean?
I
Oh,
was
your
seeing family, so I spent with
family.
them,
I see.
and then
Thank God
kind
you
of
only
like,
had 8 minutes. Can you do a day like that and like headline?
I probably could have.
Gay male
But-
shit, man. You guys just Red Bull, Coke, and some semen. Fill you
Oh,
up, and you're
baby.
good to go.
He's just running on cum.
Those you know how people have 3 cups? That's you.
Red Bull,
Red
Coke,
Bull,
and semen.
warm Coke, like cocaine in water, so you can just sip on it, and then a glass
Oh,
of
Does that have
semen.
the same effect?
I don't know, Brian. You tell me. You tell me.
You're the gay.
Yeah.
I want to know though too, because I've never drank Coke. I mean,
I'm
I've
sure
never
it does
drank
something.
cocaine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it does something.
Yeah. It's gonna do something to you. It's gonna be fun, that's for sure.
Oh man, you know what? Sometimes I feel like bring Coke, come back into my life.
I've never tried it, so I
I
don't
love the
know. I
comeback.
feel like I would get addicted. That's why I never tried it. I was like, no.
and if you and that's exactly why it hasn't come back into my life, because I would.
I
It's
also-
basically like for a writer, for somebody who has to do a lot of writing, it's that girl.
Okay, we need you guys.
Just go to
people
rehab
listening,
after every
don't.
script.
We're not promoting,
I'm just kidding.
encouraging.
No,
Look at
we
her.
are
Jana's like
not.
romancing it. She's like, God, cocaine when you're a writer, when you're a professional
Listen,
writer.
when you're a writer, when you
Yes.
want to clean,
It's the only thing you need to be doing to become a WGA certified television writer.
Wow, that's her mentorship program.
Wow.
oh my god,
She hands a little nickel bag to everybody.
You want to know? You want to know how to be my assistant? Start using.
you want to know how to focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could never really, I never made a habit out of it, because I was like, this is
Good.
dangerous.
I know a lot of people that have. I know Brian does too. And I mean, comedians, gays, get out of here.
I mean, yeah, for sure,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason I never tried it, because addiction runs in the family, and I love my alcohol. But I was like, Coke, I feel like I would love it. I'm tall and I'm thin already, so I'd evaporate. So I'm not even trying to touch the shit.
Bri, so there was no after party. You got your chicken and you stuffed some spinach in your mouth. You had your chicken. You slept for 10 or 11 hours last night.
Yeah, I woke up feeling like a whole new person.
Hey.
Brian.
There's something about 10 plus hours of sleep that really changes you.
I can't do it. Physically
can't?
impossible. Physically impossible. I cannot.
It's
I could go for a
it's-
full 12 if I.
It's
let
rare
myself.
for me. It's rare for me, but when I do it, I'm like, I almost feel like my vision is better. Like I can see, like
Probably, yeah, because you're on your
Uh-huh.
phone.
it's just so crazy.
No, if I'm
Like this-
sleeping 10 hours, I have the flu.
Oh,
I can't sleep. I'm like a 6-7 hours max. I'm up way too early. Yeah, I'm a morning
Ooh.
girl. I'm a morning girly.
that's me normally.
Yeah, sure, Brian. I believe that. Can I tell you, Brian, you have one of my favorite laughs in comedy.
Oh my god.
Oh my
love
god,
your
that's
laugh.
such
I'm
a
loving
good
this.
compliment.
One of my favorite laughs in comedy.
I do love making
laugh.
Bri laugh. Oh man, there's-
It's like deep.
yeah, yes.
Fuck.
It is like it is giving native man
Yeah,
when you
I'm telling you, at
laugh.
75, you're gonna be a killer. You're gonna be a real
Holy
fun hang.
shit.
Right now,
Holy
not so
shit.
much, but 75, shoot, call me up, dog.
I will. Yeah, I need to embrace my inner 75.
You have to. It's the best. I have
Yeah.
a joke right now that I'm doing where I'm like, I'm turning 42 this year. I love being in my 40s because my age finally matches my personality. because nobody likes the
Yes.
8-year-old bitch. Nobody.
That's so real.
Because
I
I've
feel the
had
same way.
This is my personality since I was a kid. Like I've had people meet my childhood friends, and they're like, "Oh, what was Marcella like when she was a kid?" And they're like this, exactly how she is exactly how she was when we were 10 years old. She has always I have a friend who tells people because it's true. She's like, she was my childhood bully, but we became friends. And
That's
she
so funny.
recently asked me, like, why did we become friends? I was like, because there was a certain point where I made fun of you because you were genuinely like a weird fucking kid. But there was a point where I was like, oh, kids are making fun of her because she's black, and that's not why she's weird. Like, that's not the reason
No.
she's weird. She's
Oh
weird
my
because she's a
God.
fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And the black stuff is just like the extra shit.
Oh
And
my
I was like, wait a minute, I don't like this. I was like, no. Her being black is not what makes her weird. Her being a peculiar little girl is what makes her fucking weird. But we're no. And I stopped.
Yeah.
And that was really the reason. We talked about it recently. We had a good laugh about it too.
Marcella, you no longer live in LA?
No, I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago now. Yeah.
Oh
my
my
God.
God. Can
Yeah.
you tell me about that transition and why you decided Chicago?
Oh my gosh. Well, it all kind of started at the beginning. The pandemic hit. So, and I think I was privileged to have a foresight that no one else had, which was I was offered a HBO I have an HBO Max half hour, right? That I recorded in 2022, came out in 2023. But in 2019, I was offered an hour HBO special. And then when the pandemic hit, it was like, yank, no, you're not. And
Damn.
which was what it was, because so many people lost so many things. It was minuscule compared to what happened to the world, but it made me be like, oh shit, this is about to be like a problem for a
Right.
while. And then the double strike happened, and I was like, oh no, this is like shit's getting ugly. And I don't think a lot of people had any of that foresight until I mean, literally, I'm having people this year being like, I think struggling. And it's like, yeah, bitch, you've been struggling, but you are in so denial that you think that shit's going to be the same, but you can't. Things are going to be the same after a double strike. Things aren't going to be the same after a global pandemic.
Yeah,
So that
not for a while.
not for a while. And so getting that taken away from me, which was totally fine. It opened my eyes to being like, what's really happening in the industry, and who is really like openly talking about how bad it is, which was no one. And then the more private conversations I had with a lot of comedians and actors, it was like, oh, everyone is struggling. So when I finally left California, it was like a no-brainer, because I was like, the industry is terrible. This was 2 years ago, and I mean, it's almost been 2 years I've been in Chicago. And my partner lives in Chicago, and I was like, fuck it. Like every time I came to visit him, I was like, Chicago is a really good comedy town.
Yeah,
And
it is.
I'm not loving where LA comedy is right now. Even San Francisco comedy is not great.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was like, really? I've been doing this long enough. I could just live near an airport and be fine, which I always known. Like in LA, I was always like, if I live closer to the airports, I'm good, because I make most of my income on the road, opening for people,
Right.
headlining. Um,
And
and
what were
so
you noticing about the LA scene that
it was
was sort of,
dwindling,
yeah, like
and
less shows, less venues?
because COVID shut down literal
Yeah.
businesses, right? Venues were closed, like the small, cool venues shows were starting to end. People were slowly starting to leave, and shit just wasn't coming back to life, which I was like, literally, LA comedy is one of the worst comedy scenes. So it's like, for it to get even worse than what it already was, what the fuck is the point of being in LA as a stand-up, someone who
Right.
passionate about stand-up?
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't think I need to be here. There's nothing going on. People are getting fired. Agencies are getting smaller. Like those signs were there. And then, my partner and I was like getting more serious, and I was like visiting him more, enjoying the comedy in Chicago. I also, when I was still in California, I was like, do I want to do a solo show? So I've been thinking about a solo show for years. And I was like,
oh my God, yes.
everything started like making sense of like, just go live somewhere else. And then it was like, oh, I'm turning 40. I turned 40 in Chicago, which was cool, because it was like, I
That's
felt
so
like a
cool.
brand new beginning. And it's been really nice, because I feel like I've been telling people like Chicago feels like a rehabilitation retreat for myself, where it's like, I need to be away from everyone and everything I know, so I can really, like, almost like a solitary confinement, get in my head, figure out what's going on with me, figure out any other issues I have, see what the situation is with my partner. And it's been really cool. I feel like I've grown a lot in the last 2 years, and it's been fucking great. So I'm really enjoying the move, and I'm sure I'll move back. I'm California through and through, born and raised. But
Sure.
it's like I'll be there when I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this is your
also have
Chicago
you
chapter.
have you ever lived away from
I've
California?
never lived out of state. No, I've never lived out of
Oh my
state. So
gosh.
it was Modesto, San Francisco, Los Angeles. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
I think Chicago is such a fucking good comedy town. I think it's also such a fun town and
and a great
a part
food town, Brian. If
food.
you want to make a note
I
of
would
Listen,
that,
love to try their
the
grocery store
food,
chicken.
the men,
the food, the men.
the TJs in Chicago's are
Yeah.
popping off. But yeah, I think that like the thing that I love about Chicago, and I think that this is like similar to Portland, Pacific Northwest, where I grew up, is because of the weather. It's such a strong indoor culture,
Right.
and so like meeting in like going to bars, going to shows, going to movies, like that stuff will never die in a city
Right.
like that because you really for like half of the year kind of have no choice but to hang out indoors. And like
Yep.
what are you doing while you're hanging out indoors? You're
Yeah.
drinking, you're playing games, you're interacting with people, you're dating, you're fucking around with a
Yeah,
partner. It's just
that
like
childlike curiosity is in everyone here. It's fucking great. It's for performers. This is such a great town to build, and I don't think that a lot of the locals even realize just how good it is because you can make so much money out here doing performance, and like it's like you'd have to drive up and down California to make the equivalent that you can make in Chicagoland. It's crazy.
interesting.
Even Atlanta, like when I left the show last night, the neighborhood that I was in, and I was just like walking to my car, I was like, people were just like out and just like, I was like, this is beautiful.
Atlanta's
And
a
then
great town.
the neighborhood that I'm in, like this morning, people are just like, ugh, it's like so pretty. And I'm like, fuck, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it too. And you know what? I don't want to talk too much about this because I feel like it puts me in a bad headspace about LA, but I love LA. I love California. I think I'm a West Coast girly through and through, even though I lived in New York City for 11 years of my life and like crucial years of my life, my comedy development years, but coming out here, it's such an interest. LA specifically is such an interesting place because for a place that has such a strong outdoor vibe and like that is its vibe, it struggles to create outdoor culture. There's like very few sidewalks in LA, like people aren't using public transportation. It's like, to me, I'm just like, God, I feel like we're like missing a crucial element of what makes this city so nice to live in, and it's become so expensive. But like yesterday, I go on a walk every morning. Haven't gone on my morning walk yet today because I slightly hungover from one martini that I had last night. Insane. But yesterday I was on my walk and granted it was April 2nd yesterday, so beginning of the month, but I passed by in my neighborhood 3 different piles of furniture that had been left on the street, like on the sidewalk in the street, like mattresses, a grubby couch, desks and shit that people just left when they moved. And I had like a panic because I was like, everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving LA.
Everybody's leaving.
Because also I live in an area that is right next to CBS Radford, which is like, for listeners, that's like CBS Radford is like a huge studio lot. So you see all the hangars. And for the longest time when I would walk by CBS Radford, I would see the Connors like painted on one of the like doors of the hangars and the studios, and like it's like popping off. And I would see like Crafty out there, and like it's just like a bustling little thing. The lot is empty, and it has been all year. I haven't seen fucking anything going on at CBS Radford. And that is kind of what's happening in LA. Is like nobody can afford to even put up a show at fucking CBS Radford, which is right down the street, and it just like got me into this like spiral of like, can the politicians address this? Can we please address this?
Noosa.
It's a weird time. It's a weird time. LA is definitely going through a transitional phase, it feels like.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think about like if I were to leave LA, which I'm not gonna, like I feel like I have had my eras of other lives, but I feel like if I left LA, it's gonna be to live somewhere else forever. Like that's kind of the vibe at this point.
Yeah. Buying a big property somewhere else forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Settling
down.
What's the geography of this place? Near a beach?
Where I want where Marcella
Dream
lives?
scenario. No, you.
Oh, mine?
Dream forever if you were to move. Not necessarily what city state, but like what is your ideal landscape?
Ideal? Oh, come on. Like there's the way that I fantasize about like living. Yeah, I would live on a beach. I would, if I had my ideal, I would just move out to fucking Santa Monica.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would just live at
Ew.
the fucking beach.
Did you say ew?
That water is gross. I want to live near a beach but be able to get in the water.
The water's gross. I guess at certain times of year, but it's just the Pacific Ocean. Is it gross?
I feel like there's always like warnings of like, don't go in.
I mean, well, if we're respecting Mother Nature, you shouldn't be going into the fucking ocean at all, ever. I mean,
whoa.
Let's be real. That bitch is not for us.
I mean, absolutely.
That's how I feel. I feel that way.
I don't fuck with the elements like that.
I don't either. But I have to be by either the ocean or a river. I grew up like on like as a river person, so I'm very happy with. I would also consider the Pacific Northwest. I would consider a canal.
The Suez Canal.
The Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, yes. Wardrobe change.
No, I think I just need to be by a body of water. And the property, I don't know. I do love trees and mountains and rivers. So there's that element too. Like that is like how I was born and raised, and I could go back to it eventually.
Cute.
Might I pitch you Flagstaff, Arizona?
You
I can see you there.
Try, but I would never. Why? Try.
No rivers?
I think Flag is riddled with unbearable whites. Let's say that.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Mixed with the dry heat, it's not worth it. It's not a good combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do feel like it's probably under this political administration that cares nothing about climate change. Flagstaff is going to burn down any day.
Oh my God.
It's a fucking tinderbox. And I
shout out to Flagstaff, y'all. Subscribe for
Flagstaff.
Punch that subscribe button for Flag.
I need to go to I went to preschool in Flagstaff.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it traumatic?
I think I loved it.
That could be a trauma response. Oh, I gotta snort. My little piggy.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Before we go on, we have to watch a Instagram reel together, and we're going to talk about it.
Right.
Usually it's advice from the
reaction. Right.
From the algorithm, but
the etho.
I don't know if this one is. I've sort of been veering away from advice because it's all the fucking same. It's like a 25-year-old white girl being like, my therapist said that when you do this, it means this. And it's always just like, no, I don't believe you. This is a little more interesting. So just going to share my screen here.
The judge of that.
Yeah. Hold one moment. Okay.
Off to a good start. I like this space ripped part.
Fancy telescopes found something strange out there in space. New data from the Chandra X-ray Observatory shows a massive 230 light-year fracture in a galactic filament. Okay, Chandra, that's a very interesting name for a telescope. And a 230 light-year wide fracture, that sounds like a potential problem. I don't know who or what broke space, but there it is, a giant rip in the cosmos. I don't know if you can just stitch it back closed, if you just patch it up somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in that void. I don't know if I should be concerned. Is something going to fall out? Is something going to fall in? I don't know. Ask Chandra. Is this normal for space to just get ripped open like that? It wasn't a clean cut. This looks like this was definitely some rough work. I don't know who did this. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was a planned attack. Maybe it's supposed to look like an accident. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is the universe's anus.
Damn,
Okay.
a huge dick pokes through.
I was gonna say he sounds really heterophobic talking about Chandra like that.
Chandra the telescope. Actually love. I actually love. And that's our Instagram reel that
You know what has come into my
What,
attention
Brian?
lately?
Tell us.
Is because unlike Jana, I am very much still on TikTok, and my algorithm does veer into people giving advice, just like people speaking into their camera giving advice, which was something that I did really like about a year ago, and found it very helpful. Advice
Sure.
from strangers on TikTok.
Sometimes advice from strangers does feel soothing in a weird way that you're like, oh, I get it.
Sometimes you're like, this is actually what I needed to hear in this moment.
Right.
But then what I found out recently is that a lot of these people that that's just their TikTok persona, all they're doing is just typing, give me motivational advice into AI and then just reading it back. And I'm like,
Oh.
what? Because now I'm like, wait, it makes so much sense that I felt like I've seen different people say kind of the same thing or along the same lines. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, all the advice already exists. It's the fact that people don't follow it. I posted some advice
Ooh.
yesterday or 2 days ago because it wasn't really advice, but it was someone on Threads had prompted the question what's something your therapist has said to you that has stuck with you, and everyone's responses was literal advice, they said this and now I do this or whatever. But the thing that stuck out to me that my therapist told me, I don't go to her anymore, well, this is a long time ago, but she had said, because she was she required all of her clients to see her at least twice a month, but she prefers more. And I was her only client that she saw once a month, and she told me, because I was like, because as traveling comedians, it's so difficult to schedule everything, like we were talking about. So I had asked her, is it okay if I just come once a month? And she was like, yes, because you're the only person that actually does the work that I ask you to do. And she said, and most of the people that come in do not do that. This is why they keep coming back, because they never actually do anything any of the advice that they're given. And I have never looked at society the same. And that's why, Brian, you watch all this shit because you're too busy eating dry chicken and filling yourself up with cum, and you don't do anything different.
Wait, Brian, are you still seeing your therapist?
No, I haven't seen her for a while.
And
I
is that
actually
because
really want to see? I don't know. I just found it
a waste of money if you're not getting anything out of it. I actually
am really interested in trying to start with a relationship therapist. Not because I'm desperate to be in a relationship, but I just think there's something interesting
to explore.
There. Something to explore. I would love to just talk with somebody about all of my relationships. It sounds fun.
I see. All your past
I'd love
shit.
to unpack. Yeah.
Well, and
past and current.
I think that that's also just going to be a therapist is going to help you sort of analyze your relationships.
Right. I think
for expertise.
A relationship.
Though. But I think they all have specialties though.
For sure. I know what you're trying to say, Brian. It's nonsense.
I think that they don't. It's not like there's a therapist is I specialize in I think that what is possibly something that would be a specialty is queer patients or queer relationships. Like,
Yeah,
a
that,
person
that
who
yes,
specializes in that.
yes, a relationship counselor who is queer.
Yeah.
Because
Problem
I don't
solved.
feel like
Podcast over.
listen, if there were a therapist that were just for relationships, like a relationship counselor / coach, like goodbye all other therapists. Like
Well, I mean, like,
they'd be
'cause,
out of work.
when you're on like Psychology Today or whatever, you have the option of like selecting. There's all a bunch of boxes of like what you're.
Yeah,
I love that you think
yeah.
everyone's just casually on Psychology Today.
Yeah, when you're
Everyone
just
is.
scrolling through Psychology
I feel like
Today.
anytime I've asked somebody, therapists even, like, where should I look? They're like, Psychology Today.
Okay. Well,
I feel like I'm at an age now where we just like give each other recommendations. I'm just like, here, you can reach out to my therapist. She's great.
I always tell people, find someone who's like you, like your background. And, that's why like the concept of like you specifically looking for a queer therapist is a good idea. But also if you found like a native and queer relationship therapist, like that would be money.
It would also be the most sought after fucking
Absolutely.
therapist, and you would not. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna find them.
I think that's too close to home for me.
Exactly, bitch. You got to unpack your shit. You see how scared you are of just seeing someone mirror back your shit
That's
to you?
right.
These are the people that know
here's
you.
my thing. Here's my thing with
what is your thing,
with
Brian?
therapists is I'm like, all they did was just go to school for like 4 years or whatever. They're just a person.
Yeah, true. But if someone has your actual background, they know the dynamics of your family, and they know that how your family dynamics affect the relationships you're in the future and why you do certain things. Like that's why I looked for Latina therapists, because they understand the concept of like the machismo that's infesting the Latino community, as well as like how moms are with their Latino sons versus their Latino daughters. Like those things they change your brain. I mean, they change my brain. And then I would so there's like shit I don't have to explain to a therapist. I would have to explain to a white therapist. Like, you don't understand. Like in a Latino household, the mothers, they just baby their son. Like you have to explain shit that you're like, this is just in our culture. And like, it's something that is like, it's a waste of time. I don't want to talk about that. Like, it's cool to be with like a Latina. I'm just like, how Latina moms are with their sons. And she's like, yeah. And then we can just have this understanding, and we move the conversation so much faster, and we can solve problems much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell people. And also, like, sometimes it's like physically, it's also the concept I have, like, when I encourage women to get mentors, like find a mentor that is basically you, but older. Your personality, your attitude, like how you approach life,
Yeah. Yeah, I am
Shout out
looking to
Indigenous Circle of Wellness. That's like the only like therapy group that is specifically targeted toward Indigenous people, or they all of their therapists are Indigenous. But it's hard to find as a Native person. I gotta say, fucking hard to find Native therapists. Native people, we need more psychotherapy.
Get it, y'all.
Come on.
I mean,
there's a reason. Go to college and become a psychotherapist.
I'm going to sponsor one Native college student.
Damn,
and I will pay for
first.
I will pay for their meal plan for all 4 years.
Meal plan.
Yes.
Dry chicken. Wet broccoli.
It's called the Brian Bahe meal plan.
It sucks.
And it sucks. It's terrible. It doesn't taste,
tag.
But food is fuel.
Brian Bahe meal plan. It sucks.
Okay, we are going to listen to now a listener who has sent in a question for us. So I'm just going to pull it up here.
Should I be dropping my Indigenous credentials on this podcast, guys? I am 40% Indigenous to the Central Americas. Okay.
Oh, I believe it, sister.
Yeah.
I'm 40% Levant, Indigenous to Levant.
Wait, is the 40% real?
What do you mean?
How does that math work out?
What do you mean? How does it work out?
40%? It starts out as 50. It can be like 50-50, 25-25, right?
No.
It's the percents are fake. Here's what we know. It's lineage, and that's
Well,
how
because
it.
like it's you're just thinking of your parents though in that breakdown, but like my great 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 grandparents, who the were they fucking?
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like the percents. This is indigenous teachings, Marcella.
Yes,
The percents are kind of bullshit.
Oh, I know that
and
they
they're-
are. I know that that's true. I mean, they can't. Nobody can take.
Like,
As
if
a
you're-
Virgo, though, I appreciate the number.
If you're 40%, just you're 50%. You're half.
No, but I'm just saying like 40% to Central America, but there's breakdowns of like different parts of Central America. I condensed like all the different percentages, quote unquote.
Oh,
so
got it.
40 is more of an estimate.
Absolutely. Yes. It's all, I
Okay.
mean, any percentage is more of an estimate when you're talking about DNA breakdown. But like my grandma, if you saw her, you'd be like, oh, she's Salvadorian, like got like a poster. Like she would be on an El Salvador poster type shit, you know?
I went to school with somebody from El Salvador.
Oh, everybody did.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, me and my wife want to see a Sinners spinoff co-directed by Sterling Harjo and Ryan Coogler, all about the Choctaw vampire hunters. We need that out in the world, and we feel like Jana could make some phone calls.
So our question is, can you make some phone calls?
Oh,
Whoa.
they want you to produce things for Hollywood.
That's I know nothing about this actually. Choctaw vampires?
Did you watch Sinners?
Yeah. Loved it.
Remember the sort of the beginning where the Choctaw vampire hunters, they come to the white lady's house, but the vampire's already
They
there.
warn her.
Whoa.
Yeah, they warn
okay.
her.
So it's already was it created in the world of Sinners, or was this already a pre-existing thing?
Was what created in the world of Sinners?
Choctaw vampire hunters.
Yes, it was a Sinners thing for sure. Like,
Oh,
but,
it's not
but
like Choctaw lore.
no, I think it's Sinners
Okay.
lore, but it's like
It's in the
Ryan
spin-
Coogler was smart enough to to like include an indigenous storyline.
Gotcha,
in
gotcha,
his
gotcha,
very
okay.
black story.
Okay.
It's part of the Sinners cinematic universe, so
Yes.
that's gonna be
Right.
a break off.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
all for it then.
Yeah.
I thought there was
Yeah.
like a whole just like history of like Choctaws being like, yeah, we got these vampires.
No, I
et
think
cetera.
that it's Choctaw because it's regional to
Gotcha.
Sinners.
Okay.
And that's like those are the indigenous people of
Mississippi.
Choctaw Nation,
Is that where
yeah.
was that where they were? Was that
I think
Sinners was
so.
Mississippi?
That is interesting. I feel like Native people none of us have vampire in our kind of cultures.
Weren't
As
you
far
guys
as I
just
know.
both up late last night doing sinning?
I feel like
Blood.
the gay natives are probably the closest we got.
Yeah, like we
to-
said, you're in the watchtower. You would be the kid. You would be told. The kids would be told that you're the vampire up in the tower. That's how the
Yeah.
lore starts.
The day vampire.
Whoa.
Day vamp.
Whoa.
I
Yeah, everyone's-
actually saw you in the tower during the night, and during the day you're
Yeah,
out
because-
doing fuck shit or sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's how I see Brian.
I a little bit was like, I'm gone for like 4 to 6 weeks because I'm up in the watchtower.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
eating dry chicken up in the watchtower.
Well,
Yeah,
and then-
I come back down like for a week at the end of my shift.
But also that you got your dirty dick coming to you. You don't, they see you at the watchtower by yourself, and they're like, "Let me go over there. Let me get a
Yeah.
check."
Yeah, I'm like, you
that's-
see two candle lights in the watchtower at night. That means come.
That means you're gonna come.
That means everybody come.
Mhm.
The Choctaw, a lot of Native people have been clamoring for this spinoff.
really?
This Ryan Coogler, the Choctaw.
Cinematic universe of sinners.
Yeah, and I wish that was something of interest to like to make a movie like that. But I have my own original ideas as well, and that are Native. So, I'm still trying to get a movie funded that is my Uncle Buck. Okay, and I
It's
can't.
called Uncle Fuck.
It's called Anti-Chuck.
Yeah, that question did have big like, are you going to be on SNL vibes? Can't you just get on SNL? Will you
Yeah,
just be
just
on
do
SNL,
it.
Brian? Just get on SNL.
Just
yeah,
do it.
That's how showbiz works.
Yeah.
I
When
wish
you want something, you just do it.
Yeah, I wish
get
that
it.
that is how it was. I could make some calls, but Sinners belongs to Ryan Coogler, and whether Ryan Coogler wants to make a spinoff and Sterling Harjo, like I think the ask is like, am I Sterling's like assistant director? Like what?
Right.
We're asking.
Inverse. Yeah, it's not you calling them, it's them calling you. That's how that works.
Am
You know what
am I a Choctaw vampire hunter in this scenario? I don't know what the
exactly.
ask
You don't
is.
know until you find out, until they call you, because you don't call like, hi Ryan, I saw that you were making
I am
vampires about
not
people."
calling Ryan Coogler. Ryan
Yeah.
Coogler is, and I'll say this: Ryan Coogler is not calling me.
I mean,
You know what I learned about Ryan Coogler recently?
what, Brian?
Is that he was a very good high school football, did college football.
Yes.
And fucking kind of realized in that moment that he's like, I probably can't go any further with this than this. And then he happened to take like a film class based on like a recommendation from like somebody I forget. And I'm like, so for some reason that just fills in so much info. I love origin when it comes to a person.
I strongly believe in the power of school sports and believe in the funding of school sports, because I believe that filmmaking and television making is also a team sport, and it's such a good training ground to like collaborate in an athletic activity, because you are, I mean, did you both play high school or like sports?
Hell no.
No, that's why I'm not a team player, and I do stand
that's
up,
why
and I'm
like
selfish.
a little bit like, is that
Okay,
why?
see, my point is proven. Did basketball, I did volleyball. Track and field was like a solo sport, but I didn't love it as much because it wasn't like a team thing.
This is why stand-up is so appealing to me, because it's like everything is.
Yep, you don't have to
me.
collaborate.
It's the anti-sport.
Yeah,
It's the anti-team player.
Being on set, like, and I'll say this about team sports: you have to think fast as a group. You have to like create sort of like a hive mind cohesion mentally and like emotionally with your team in order to execute things in a really fast way. You have to be able to like change the game, like adjust really quick, and as a group. And to me, that's what making TV is like, and that's what making a film especially, because fuck, you're like out there without a coach in film. On TV you have 5 coaches who are watching over what's going on, and then you have like the owner of the team at the network level who's like, nope, fuck that.
Do you guys respond well to like coaches?
Yes.
I don't.
I love coaches. I want to be coached all the time. I feel like I don't have any coaches in my life right now.
I would love a coach, but I need to respect them, and I feel like that's where I run into problems.
Yeah. Are you asking me to be your coach, Brian?
Yeah.
I think, Marcella, you would be an amazing coach. Do you coach people now?
I'm mentoring 2 girls right now. Yeah. 2 comics. Yeah. I do like to tell people what to do, because I can see shit that other people can't. Like, I have such clear vision. I have great intuition. I have great instincts. I'm very good. It's the reason a lot of people don't like me, because I'm like, no, you are stupid, and this is how it's done, and this is how it should be done, and here's why. But also, I'm right, you're wrong.
I've really become fascinated by the UConn men's basketball coach recently, because he's been
because
getting
you're
a lot
gay. We know, Brian.
No. Well, first of all, the Duke UConn game, crazy ending.
Crazy ending. Yep, that's what I saw too.
The coach's reaction was also kind of interesting in that moment. And so people have kind of been dissecting what his coaching technique and style is like. Apparently it looks like something that I would hate. But but everyone's
I feel
just
like a lot of coaches are really intense in any direction, whether it's loving or being aggressive.
What was his
really
reaction?
Intense. He got like in the ref's face in a way that was like,
no, he didn't get in the ref's face. They kind of head butted.
They like put forehead to it.
He walked right up to him. It was
At the-
hot. It was
after the
very
win.
hot.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
He was like, and he ripped his jacket, his like half jacket off, and the ref
it was so
walking,
crazy.
and he gets right in him, and then they just butt heads, and
They
the ref
tough,
keeps walking.
yeah, it was
hot.
so fascinating.
Oh
I
my
was like, what?
god, put it in a movie. That sounds like a fucking
Yeah, heated rivalry.
That is like heated
Mhm.
rivalry shit right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, it was.
And had that coach, the coach won, the UConn won. UConn won the game, and then
They
that
won in
coach
a
was
buzzer
like,
beater, but I think he's already in the past 4 years he's won 2 national championships already.
and so he was doing that as an intimidation tactic with the referee. That he was like basically like, "Fuck you, bitch! I did that."
think so. I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
what it sounds
Call
like.
it intimidation. It was more just like I'm putting my balls in your mouth because
It was like
you
as
thought.
we would, as
You
Lakota
thought.
people would say, counting
Yeah.
coup. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I wonder
touch
if
you.
the ref was kind of like doing shitty calls against them throughout
Probably.
the game.
Of course, that's
Yeah.
why he did it.
Yeah,
because he was like,
absolutely.
"You've been fucking us this whole time, and we still won, bitch."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely what it was. He
Slash,
definitely
let's
had
go
a
bone
personal-
in the
Yeah,
locker room.
personal vendetta for sure.
See, and that's like a little bit what I think I would want in a coach.
Yeah, gay? You mean gay? You're talking about that's gay.
I want my coach to fuck me. Okay,
Yeah.
you
What's
guys.
interesting about
We have to end because we have so much more to talk about, but we're gonna do that on the wise ass episode. So if you're not a wise ass, y'all better sign up and get this heated rivalry tea in the next 10 minutes. But for now, Marcella, to all of our Chicago Midwest listeners, of which we have many, is there anything you want to plug? Any shows that you're doing out there? Where can folks find you and or watch your stand up?
Yeah, so I'm at Marcella Comedy on all socials. I run a monthly show at the Den Theater first Thursdays. So come check.
Okay.
It's only $10, and we got a great lineup. Last night we did our second one, and it was so fun. It was packed. It was sold out. It was so fun. You can catch my HBO Max special, Bitch Grow Up, still streaming. Don't Tell Comedy will be dropping a 10-minute set very soon of me. I'm recording that on
Nice.
Saturday, so that'll be on YouTube. If you don't have HBO Max, it'll be on YouTube very soon. But yeah, I do have like clips and stuff on my socials and my YouTube, so check that out. And of course, you can catch me as Miss Alamar on the new season of Abbott Elementary.
Hell fucking
Wow.
yeah. That is so cool.
I
We
know.
love.
I'm so happy for you, girl.
Me too.
So
Thank
well
you.
deserved.
Thank you so much.
And Bri, do you have anything to plug in late April or early May that you
Late
want?
April, I'm doing a handful of shows in Arizona. Phoenix, Tucson. I mean, Phoenix, Tucson, Phoenix.
Oh wait, you
Phoenix.
just reminded me. I'm also on tour. Like I'm starting.
Oh.
Like it's just starting. So it's a Here We Go Again tour, and I will also be in Arizona a couple dates. So
Where at?
Oh, my
Chandler
God.
in June. I'm doing
Mic
the
drop?
Yes, I'm doing Mic Drop.
Okay, yeah.
So come,
Okay,
guys, come-
Chandler.
yeah, Chandler, Arizona. Come see me. But I'm coming to Detroit for the first time, the first time headlining, and like I'm all over the place. So come see me. Tacoma, Washington.
Hell yeah.
Listen, Native people in
Nirvana.
Chandler, go see Marcella.
Feel like a big old mean bitch. Come see me.
And
Yeah.
we do. And we do.
MarcellaComedy.com for tickets. I'm sorry, Brian, you were plugging yours, but you plug every
No,
week.
that was all
so-
I had to say.
Yep.
That was all I had to say.
All right. Well, I have nothing
And Jana,
to
where
plug.
can people find you?
No, nowhere. There's nowhere to find me. I'm hiding in my couch.
I was waiting for a laugh right there. You didn't do it.
I'm hiding in my couch. I do nothing. I really, you know what? Actually, there is a show coming up, and Brian will be a part of it at the new Chapter House in historic Filipino town in Los Angeles. It's going to be a fundraiser for anti-ICE mutual aid efforts in Minneapolis.
What's that date again?
That's April 23rd, Brian. I will be hitting you up about it again later today.
For those listening, he was looking at his phone, checking his calendar to make sure he put it in there.
It's probably like what, 7:30?
Yeah, 7. Okay. That's happening. That's all the time we have today. We hope our wisdom made your life better, but we will not be issuing refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that, and you can find them in the show notes. And we'll give you our smudgiest, sagest, solicited advice.
As always, we'd love you to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. And again, support our work by becoming an official Wise Ass by going to sagebassedwisdom.supercast.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Marcella, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Hagone.
Toksha.